Good morning everybody, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like my videos, please smash that like button, please do subscribe. Good morning, Wednesday morning and it's dull, no sun out this morning. So good morning everybody. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. On this day in 1837, the famous New York jewelry store Tiffany's was founded. It was originally known as a stationery and fancy goods emporium, but sadly never offered breakfast.
Alexa, what's the time please?
Good morning, Crystal. It's 8:08 a.m.
Alexa, what's the date today?
It's Wednesday the 18th of September.
Alexa, what is the weather outlook?
Right now in Rochester, it's 14 degrees Celsius with mostly cloudy skies. Today's forecast has intermittent clouds, with a high of 21 degrees and a low of 14 degrees.
Alexa, can you tell me a joke?
Why are farmers so cool? They are outstanding in their field.
Alexa, whose birthday is it today?
Today's famous birthdays include American comedian and actor Jason Sudeikis, 17th and current United States Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, American neurosurgeon Ben Carson, American actor Aidan Gallagher, American actor James Marsden, and American cyclist Lance Armstrong.
Yeah, so today, I don't know, the sun sometimes comes out in the afternoon. It does. So Wednesday, I myself have got no plans for today at all. As I've said, the bank has stopped my card. That's the card that I only use. I don't have a credit card, I don't have another bank account, so I'm basically stuffed until my new card comes through. I don't know what the hell is going on. It doesn't seem real to me what I'm being put through, and I know I'm not the only one that goes through it. There's several other people that are going through it now and have gone through it worse than myself, so I'm not complaining, I'm just getting on with it. And I don't need to keep running to my mum when I'm a middle-aged woman myself. And the games that are being played, right, is sick and disgusting. Because Jennifer is my mother. Derek was my dad, and I don't need to keep saying that he died in 2021 of a sudden death of a heart attack. And the games they're playing, when they don't know what death is like themselves. They've never come back from the dead. They don't know if dying is painful or what. But to try and intimidate someone, the things they are doing is just sick in the head. None of them knows what death is like, if it's painful or it isn't. To actually wish and try and frighten someone with it is absolutely disgusting. It's disgusting. They don't frighten me. Don't frighten me at all. I faced death in the face in Gloucestershire 3 times. The things that was going on up there was is relatively what's happening down here at the moment. It wasn't, but it is. I can't see a doctor now. So that happened up in Gloucestershire. I couldn't see a doctor. They prevented me from seeing a doctor. They prevented me from seeing a dentist. And basically I had to fend for myself. I couldn't phone the emergency services either because they wouldn't come out. So basically, I was fending for myself with a small child. So when you've been through it once, you get prepared for it if it happens again. They didn't stop my bank card in Gloucestershire. They used to, every time I needed to go and get some money out from the ATM, somebody would smash it. And the nearest other ATM would be in the town centre, 3 miles away. And I wouldn't be able to afford bus fare. So I used to have to push a pram 3 or 4 miles into the town centre just to get to the nearest cash point, because they would break the one that was near where I lived, and they would break the phone boxes. They would cut the phone cord, so I couldn't ring the emergency services. So it's a different kettle of fish now. I'm on my own. I don't have children with me. But yeah, I've lost a couple of pets. I'm very wary about what's going on around me, and I don't trust anybody. When this couple started befriending me, I should have been more careful, because I started telling them about the troubles I was having with the next door neighbours, and that has got worse, and so has the intimidation from them. And this couple, right, I don't know what their agenda was, but it seemed to me like they were a couple of swingers trying to get me involved in a sex orgy. I honestly don't know. As with most things, I mean, when you go, not every serial killer has a sex motive. People like Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer and people like that, serial killers, why do they kill? Well, that's a good question. Something maybe they were born to kill. They were just born evil. Or maybe something in their upbringing made them resentful towards women or whoever they kill. But basically, sex is usually a motive, isn't it? Whether it's paedophiles going after children or men raping women, it's usually sex is the motive. Either they're not getting any, or they want to steal it, it excites them. Or they just enjoy what they're doing, which is sick. So this couple that came up to me, well, the male of the couple came up to me and told me he wasn't with anybody, but clearly he was, because she was buying his food and clothing him. So, motive was friendship, was it? Well, that's what I thought. I was a woman living on my own. I felt vulnerable. I think this guy probably had been told I didn't have any family or anybody, but I have. And basically, I was told that he wanted to be my friend. He wanted to take me back to his roommate. Not his girlfriend, his female roommate. And I went back there, and it was clearly they were both a bit weird. And the female had told me that he had brought several women back to the flat and she didn't like it. She also told me of his history of being a violent drunk, and my ex at my previous address was a violent drunk. So I just wanted to get out of it, but I was a polite, nice person, and it just got to the point where you knew that it wasn't friendship that they were after. And somebody telling me what to do when I'm old enough to know what to do myself, I got given advice about finding somewhere else to live in this flat, and it wasn't any good. The things I'm doing are the things that I'm doing right. I'm on the housing list, and I'll move out when I find a decent property. And then the next door neighbours, to the left of me this way, started being really aggressive, and they'd never been aggressive towards me before. They started to be aggressive and frightening, and basically it got to the point where I had to keep looking both ways out of my front door, and that you shouldn't have to feel like that when you're living in the safety of your home, worried about opening the door if it's safe to go out there. So what do? You ask for support, you ask for some help. And when you're verbally abused or threatened, you call the police. The police don't help. They don't do anything. They say it's a civil matter. Contact the housing. You contact the housing. The housing closed the fucking case. And tell me if it starts up again to give them a call. And it has started up again, hasn't it? Making me a target, shouting at me in the middle of the street. Playing games, waiting till I specifically go out and setting the dogs off. I'm an adult, you know. My mum is 78 years old. My mum lives in a 1-bedroom flat. 1 bedroom. I have 2 sons. They have girlfriends. They don't want their mother living with them. They've got girlfriends. Right? You don't want your mother living with you when you're living with your girlfriend, do you? Of course you don't. You've got to remember that these perverts are sexually disabled as well, if you get my drift. So there's nobody I can move in with. There isn't. Not unless the housing want to provide another, a bungalow for me and my mother to live in together. 2 women, as I told that Sean Clark when he was asking for rude photographs of me. And no, I don't want to sit inside my flat talking to a twat on WhatsApp while he pulls his pants down either. I've got better things to do with my time, and I'm learning Polish. And then people have got to compete, haven't they? They've got to compete. They've got to be better than you. They've got to be number 1. They want to knock you off that top list, you know. They don't want to learn Polish, they just want to beat you off the top of the board. They want to beat you out of the top 10. Because you can pay. You don't have to learn Polish, you can go the easy route. If you've got moolah, if you've got cash, and you want to quickly just be at the top spot with a nice gold cup, you can just pay to go through all the course. Pay to go through it. You don't even have to learn it properly. You could just pay to just go through it. You can cheat, in other words. You can cheat. Now I am learning from the beginning, and I'd rather be at the bottom and gradually get to the top than cheat my way up to the top, if that's okay with other people. Because cheating is not learning, is it? So, I'm not going to see my mother today, no. I've spoken to my mum every day this week. I know she's all right. And this interfering, going down my YouTube and doing stupid things, is not working, is it? And the expense that's being paid for you to just must be really, really upsetting to put these number plates out. 69, BJ, fucking, and Jennifer's my mother. Suze! Because Derek's dead.